While thousands of residents of one of Spain's Canary Islands have been ordered to leave their homes after a wildfire broke out there. It's already consumed large swaths of land and at least a dozen homes. This comes amid a heat wave that's brought soaring temperatures to much of southern Europe. Dominic Velitis following this story for us today from London. Dominic, what more do we know?
Well, it began early yesterday morning on La Palma, which, as you say, is one of Spain's Canary Islands off northwestern Africa. Specifically, the fire started in an area called El Pinar, which is in the northwest of the island, and it's already burned through more than 4,500 hectares of land and at least a dozen homes. Thousands of people have been evacuated from the affected areas. We're told a little over 4,000 people so far, but officials say there are still many more who are refusing to leave, refusing to abandon their homes. And earlier today, the authorities appealed to those people to leave if they are indeed asked to do so. Now, in terms of the firefighting operation that is underway, the authorities say 9 helicopters and 2 seaplanes are today continuing to dump water on the flames. 152,000 litres of water have been dumped so far. In addition, there are around 400 troops on the ground who are also trying to bring this fire under control. And it looks like they have had some success in doing so on the right flank of this fire. But the big fear is that if conditions worsen, then the flames could get a hold in the Caldera de Taboriente National Park, which dominates the northern part of La Palma, which is essentially a huge forest of Canarian pines and home to some pretty rare wildlife. Local media, incidentally, is reporting this afternoon that the fire has now reached the outskirts of that park and that the focus is now trying to prevent it spreading even further into it.
And as you mentioned, Dominic, conditions very much top of mind here, concern because it appears they are favorable for fires. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, very favourable. I mean, this fire has, as I say, has spread pretty easy. It's burned through thousands of hectares already. The wind and dry conditions are being blamed for the fire's rapid spread. Those dry conditions in particular are a result of the so-called Cerberus heat wave, which is currently gripping southern Europe and northern Africa. We've seen wildfires in Croatia this weekend as well, and there's a lot of concern in Greece at the moment too, where temperatures are currently pushing 40 Celsius. Concern there because you may remember how the country suffered terribly from wildfires in recent years. And what's really worrying people at the moment, Natalie, is that there's another heat wave forecast for southern Europe in the coming days. Temperatures are expected to rise even further. Sardinia, for example, could see 48 Celsius next week. And these continuing higher temperatures and even dry conditions is really the last thing anyone in these areas which are prone to wildfires wants to see right now.